Okay. Mic check 1 2 1 2. I am the Y2K Collector, and I am back with another video. I'm going to talk about some new releases that I've been able to pick up. I've sourced games from a few different places over the past week or two, and not all the games that I've gotten am I going to keep. Some are staying in the collection and some are probably going to go up for trade, but I am going to share those pickups with you. Best Buy has done has been good to me. GameStop has also been good to me. I think GameStop has actually been pushing out more of their, retro. They're retro now. You start thinking about PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. You're starting to see more of those games on the shelf, and they're actually good games too, or games that maybe the price has changed and just GameStop hasn't caught up. So I'll talk about a little bit of that. And yes, that's some strong thunder you hear in the back. Yes, it's raining cats and dogs out here today, but we're still going to talk about some games. So I've got some new stuff, I've got some mid-range stuff, and I've got some really retro stuff. So I'm not going to do a ton of jabbering and blabbering. I'm going to dive right on in with some of these pickups. So first game up here is this copy of Tunic on the Nintendo Switch. This is a very cool game. It's like a top-down isometric 3D kind of adventure game, kind of like an action. I don't know if it's an 3D action platformer. I don't think it's that, but it is like a 3D adventure game, a pretty cool one. It is one that is available on the Switch. I wanted to get this game. I was in Best Buy and I saw this, the deluxe edition. This just looks like one of those games. It's going to be hard to find, and it is fun from what I've seen about it with the gameplay. So this is one that I went ahead and grabbed, Tunic on the Nintendo Switch. Next game, I am so stoked to have this game. This game very recently released. I'm still trying to beat part 1. I have not beaten part 1 yet, but I can't wait to beat it and get into part 2, and that is Blasphemous 2. Now, I don't know if they made this game difficult to find on purpose, but I went to a number of GameStops, I went to a number of Best Buys, and none of them had Blasphemous 2 in stock. I think this is like a pre-order only game, because I haven't seen this game in any stores. So if you are interested in getting a copy of Blasphemous 2, I would recommend that you pre-order it, because you may not see it in any of the stores. And as a matter of fact, in GameStop, they told me that you wouldn't see it unless you pre-ordered it there. So, but Blasphemous 2, sick. If you like side-scroll 2D hack and slash games, this is definitely one for you. Speaking of 2D hack and slash side-scrolling games, another really cool pickup here, Within the Blade on the PlayStation 4. This is like a ninja, again, 2D side-scrolling game. Kind of gives me vibes, The Messenger. If you've ever played The Messenger for the Nintendo Switch, those are the kind of vibes this game gives me. So Within the Blade on the PlayStation 4, it looks like a pretty sick game. Can't wait to dive into this one, but this is not a brand new release, but this is a recent release on the PS4. So that does it for like the modern stuff. Now we're going to start to get a little bit semi-retro, starting with the PlayStation 3. So I was in Best Buy and they had some pretty cool semi-retro games there, and here's one, Wet for the PlayStation 3. Complete in box, very good condition. This game is in, came complete with the manual, everything. Disc is in good condition. $4 or $5 on this one, and I'm pretty sure this is like a $25 to $30 game. So that was pretty cool and interesting to find at GameStop. Don't know if I'm going to keep this game on the PlayStation 3. On the PlayStation 3. I'm kind of particular about the games I'm keeping in my collection. I don't know if Wet will make the cut. This may get sold, but this was a cool one that I saw at GameStop, so I added it. Here's a game that was also at GameStop. This one I may keep, maybe not. Still not sure. I'm contemplating it because I do have this on the PlayStation 4. But that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Manhattan. This is a very fun game. If you like open world like 3D open world, like hack and slash style games, or think of like Spider-Man with swords and nunchucks. Like these games kind of play how Spider-Man used to play. But just I like the mechanics in this game, all the things you can do. You can run on walls, the jumping, the flipping, the parachuting. It's just a really cool game. So this might be one that I keep. I don't know, but was glad to find Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Manhattan on the PS3. And then just continuing with our semi retro games here, we do have a copy of Family Guy on the PlayStation 3. Now, Family Guy is a pretty interesting one. I've seen this go for a decent amount on the PlayStation 3. Don't know what it goes for on the 360, but was able to get a deal on this one at Best Buy. But this, again, complete in box, had all the inserts, had the manual, very good condition. Glad I was able to find this. These like cartoon or TV show based games just become harder and harder to find, kind of like Futurama on the PlayStation 2, or just some of those other games. I think Family Guy is one that I want to keep in my 360 collection, so I'm gonna keep that. All right, so that does it for the semi-retro. Now we're going into, I think, a generation of gaming that I think we can say is officially retro at this point. And this is a Nintendo classic. This is the one that really got me into the franchise. There's an installment before this one, but this is the one that really got me into it. And that is a extremely clean copy of Super Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube, complete in box, very good condition. I don't buy GameCube games like that, but Smash Bros. That's all nostalgia. Many nights I stayed up practicing with Star Fox. I was a huge fan of Star Fox, and then eventually I kind of moved on over and got into some other characters, but this is where my relationship with Star Fox started, right here, Smash Bros. Melee. So this is a really cool one, and if you're into the Smash Bros. Series, this is one to get. I mean, this is kind of where it all started. Brawl definitely took it to another level. Ultimate lives up to its name, because Ultimate is the ultimate version of Smash. But if you remember the Melee days, you know, many nights spent trying to take your opponent out. All right, this is a video game store pickup. So I was actually making some trades a couple weeks ago, and one of the games that I traded for was this golden copy of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I'm not really sure, because I'm not a huge like Nintendo 64 collector or anything like that. I thought this came in a gray cart, but when I was at the game store, they had this golden cart there, which I thought was cool. I like Ocarina of Time. I've never beaten it. Yes, make fun of me now. I've never beaten it, so I may get into it. I only have about 5 Nintendo 64 games, and I think this is one I'm gonna keep. So Zelda Ocarina of Time, even though I have this on the 3DS. All right, now we're gonna get even older, so get ready. Actually, no, we're gonna stay in the generation. We're gonna stay in that generation, and I'm gonna show you something which is gonna be a little tough to show with one hand, but I'll show it to you anyway. And so part of that trade that I was telling you about, traded in a bunch of games, and very recently the DreamCast celebrated its birthday, and I thought it was only right that I pick up a complete in box. It's gonna be a little blurry, so I'll tell you that right now. Maybe I'll get some B-roll of it, but this is a complete in box Sega Dreamcast. Totally stoked. I remember when I got my first Dreamcast in high school, I was just blown away by just how cool it was, the ultimate gaming system, and to get a complete in box Dreamcast system was amazing. Also got the complete in box memory card. The memory card is actually in my controller right now, but finding a boxed memory card controller, VMU, this is what the memory cards look like. So the memory card, for those of you who aren't old enough to remember Dreamcast, the memory card was actually a visual memory unit, and with certain Dreamcast games you could actually continue to play the game on the visual memory unit. So way ahead of its time. Sega just doing amazing things back in the day. So glad I was able to find a complete in box console and a complete in box VMU, so that's pretty awesome. All right, we're almost done. We're almost done. So we're gonna go and get a little bit more retro now with a pickup of a game that I actually had in my collection before. I sold it, but I got it back. I did get it back. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it again. I may wind up selling it again, but There really wasn't much available for me to trade for when I got to the game store, so I wound up getting this complete in-box copy of Sonic CD for the Sega CD. Pretty cool game, nothing to write home about. If you're familiar with the Sonic franchise, you're familiar with Sonic CD or Sega CD, this is a cool pickup. Again, this may be one that I sell or trade. All right, and last but not least, I would say this isn't the pickup of the week. I'd say the Dreamcast was, but this is a great pickup, and this is the most retro game that I picked up over this week. It is complete in box, and that is a copy of Mazen Saga. Let's see, Mutant Fighter. So this is kind of like a side-scrolling hack and slash game. I have played it before, but got a new copy. I know that light's glaring because I have it in one of those protective box cases. But this is a really cool game. It's a side-scrolling hack and slash game, and at points you kind of like supersize and you fight almost in this like extremely large kaiju form. Pretty cool game. Mazen Saga. I was trying to get it in focus. If you didn't catch it, I apologize, but it is called Mazen Saga. You could definitely YouTube some pretty cool video game footage for the game. But that does it. That does it for this last round of pickups. Summer is officially over. I want to say, I think it's the end here. And so we're getting into that fall season. This is probably the time where there's less garage sales and flea markets and stuff like that. And this is where you'll probably want to start looking more at your GameStops and your Best Buys for all of the amazing holiday buy two get one, buy one get one deals. And then all of those pre-owned games that you've been thinking about all year, definitely you want to wait for around the holiday season, because that's when you're really going to be able to clean up and take advantage of those deals. And again, that does it. So thank you for stopping by. That does it for this week's pickups. I'm over here chilling out in the rain. Hopefully you're having a good start to your week. I am the Y2K Collector. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good rest of your week. Take it easy.